Okay, let's call this meeting of the Sheffield Select Board to order for August 21st, 2023. Thank CTSB for recording, and if anyone wishes to record, just notify the chair, which tonight happens to be me. Item number 1 is approval of minutes. I see we don't have any, so we'll skip right on over to the 7 p.m. public hearing for the National Grid utility pole. So could I get a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Gentlemen?
Hi. My name is Adam Dion. I'm a design contractor for National Grid. The design scope for this work was to install a new pole in the public way for a new recloser, so it's going to increase the liability and for this feeder in this area. So we were just petitioning a new mid-span pole in the public way for that.
And that's on Maple Avenue.
Yes, Maple Ave.
Renee, do you have any questions?
No. Would you like a motion to close?
Please.
Do you want to see if there's any public questions?
Is there any public questions on this pole?
I make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so now I'll take a motion to accept the...
I would make a motion to accept the petition as presented this evening by National Grid.
And I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Our pleasure. Okay, 2024 appointments. Do we have just the one, Jill?
Yes.
So I see an appointment request for Michael King wishing to be reappointed to the Sheffield Historical Society. Or Sheffield Historical Commission.
I make a motion to appoint Michael King to the Sheffield Historical Commission. And for how long of a term would that be, Rhonda? 3 years.
3.
For 3 years.
I'll second that. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so the next item on the agenda is a one-day alcohol
Several.
permit. I'm sorry?
There's several. There's 3.
Okay. I'm out of order here. I'm just trying to get my stuff in right order. Okay, so the first request is for Black Sheep Brewing Company, the Big Elm, for a one-day beer license on September 9th at the Sheffield Town Park. I'm guessing that must be for the fair.
Do we have everything we need, Rhonda?
We do.
I would make a motion to approve the one-day alcohol permit as requested by Black Sheep Brewing for 9/9/23.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Second one is also Black Sheep Brewing Big Elm for October 6th from 3 to 6 at the Old Parish Church.
I would make a motion to approve the one-day alcohol permit request for Black Sheep Brewing for 10/6/23 at Old Parish Church.
I'll second that. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And the last one is from Dewey Hall. Would like to sell beer and wine at an event on September 17th.
I would make a motion. We have everything on this one too.
We do.
I would make a motion to approve the one-day alcohol permit request by Dewey Memorial Hall for 9/17/23.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, and we have some resignations. We have 2 from the police department, one from Steve Panett, and the other is from Nathan Charette. I don't think I need to read the whole letters, do I?
Well, I think you should probably state their reasons.
Okay. So Officer Panett said he's informing us that he's resigning as a patrolman for the town of Sheffield as of September 16th. He has been offered a position at a department closer to home, which had been his goal prior to being hired in Sheffield. He had an open mind accepting the offer in Sheffield, but unfortunately the long travel and amount of time spent with an hour-plus commute has taken a huge toll over the past year, physically and financially. I hope you understand. It has been a pleasure working with you and your guidance and insight along the way. Greatly appreciate the opportunities you've provided me for my development over the past year with the Sheffield Police Department. I will ensure all my reports are up to date before my last day. And then Officer Charette is due to personal reasons. I regretfully submit my formal resignation as of August 31st.
Do you want to do just the police department?
Let's do the
first, or
police
them
department
all?
first.
So I would make a motion to accept the resignations of Officer Panett and also Officer Charette, and send each of them a letter of our thanks. We are really going to miss both of them, particularly Officer Charette.
Yeah, I'll second that. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, with regret. And then I've also received a resignation from Dr. Jillian Hettinger, resigning from the Sheffield Cultural Council due to family illness. She has enjoyed serving on the council, which is very valuable work for Sheffield, and hopes to rejoin when things improve at home.
I would accept the resignation of Dr. Hettinger from the Cultural Council, and also send her a letter of thanks for her service to the town.
I'll second that as well. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. That takes us to award surplus equipment bids. Rhonda, have you got something on this?
I do. So we had put several items from upstairs on the munici bid to try and sell them. Some of the items are sitting over here. They're lights. Unfortunately, we didn't get any bids on those, so we've relisted those. But what we did receive bids on were some acoustical tiles that have been upstairs for years. And so Jeffrey Gardenier has bid on those and was the winning bidder for $200.
That's great.
Do you want to do both of them or do you want to take them separate?
Let's do them separately.
Okay.
I make a motion to approve that bid.
For $200. I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Excuse me, did you say 14 or?
Two.
2, that's what I thought. Okay. I still think that's better than what we may
Better than
have
zero.
expected. Yes.
Well, it's kind of better than sitting upstairs, I
Sitting
guess.
Yeah,
upstairs.
absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
And then the second one?
The second item was a smoking receptacle. It was brand new in the box. It's one of those tall things that people can put their cigarettes into. We've never used here. I have no idea how long it's been up there. But there was a John Littlefield who has bid on that for $66.
I would make a motion to accept that bid.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Great. All right. Item number 7, update on Rest of River Municipal Committee. Renee, I'm guessing that's you.
Sure. I just wanted to let you know, and every member has a copy of the current intergovernmental agreement that governs the Rest of River Municipal Committee. This agreement is, in its current iteration, is due to expire in December of this year. Because of the things that have happened over the last 3 years, as you read this, you're going to see that a lot of changes need to be made, even though litigation is still open until it's finished. So what I wanted to I'm not looking for a decision tonight, but I will be asking the board at our next meeting for permission to work with my fellow colleagues to extend this agreement for up to 3 more years. We still have work to do. The intergovernmental agreement can be extended time-wise by a majority vote of the committee members, of which I'm Sheffield's representative. The wording in the intergovernmental agreement is going to take more time to bring it up to date from the last 3 years, and that will require the signature of every select board. So I will be suggesting that you give me permission to extend it by up to 3 years, and then a permission, if that is in fact voted by the members, to then work with them to bring this up to date, to come back to this board's attention for review and signature.
Okay, so you don't want anything tonight?
No, I don't have it on the agenda.
Okay.
It's more just of a information, and if we can have that on the next agenda for action and discussion and action, that would be great. And that's it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Anything else, Renee, under board member items?
I just wanted to remind people of the digital equity survey that's on our town's website under news, and also there will be paper copies. I don't know why some of this stuff takes so long, but there will be paper copies at the library downstairs and outside the assessor's office and the library this week. And I think the project is moving forward on the Mass DOT sidewalks, and also I do know that Mass DOT has been out cutting down brush and weeds. I've spoken to them about certain areas down by Silver Street, and they've got one of their big weed whacker machines down by Boardman, by Kellogg and Route 7. So they have told me both in person when I've stopped them, as well as the people at Mass DOT, that they are working their way down to the Connecticut border.
I was going to ask you, because I saw you in the green today with the Mass DOT truck, and I wondered if you were...
That was actually for getting the signage for the Tri-Town connector. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I don't have anything. Town administrator items.
I just want to remind people that the next meeting will be on Tuesday, September 5th, due to the Labor Day holiday.
God, it's already September.
Can't believe it.
Public comments. Mr. Larkin?
Jim Larkin, 174 West Road. I wanted to know whether you thought any more about my complaint about the septic system, or where you were. Are you just going to continue to kick the can down the road, condone it?
It has not come back up for discussion.
It what?
It has not come back up to our agenda for discussion. We haven't had a working meeting since we last saw you. So it's possible that it will be on a future agenda, but to date, there's been no further discussion on it.
Well, George Lane is not here. I talked to him because he had a convention to go to, so like I say, he would have been here, but I've been upset about it. I'm still am upset about it. I mean, I don't think any town in this state should have that kind of a scar, and I think it can be resolved if you communicate with, we got good legislators, Mark and Pignatelli.
We appreciate your thoughts on that.
Let me give you another little story that might encourage you. Many years ago, there was a flood deal, big amount of money given to the state for municipalities, and then they threw in agriculture. And they pushed it at the American Legion. Marty Brunswick and I, since we had river property, we signed into it. So the thing is, a lot of engineering money, material money, rack up a big bill. So we're out front on this thing. Then it gets canceled, leaves us high and dry. Serious money. The engineering would cover that problem there. Anyway, it gets resolved by, somebody screwed up. It was a major screw up, like this is a major screw up. And it gets resolved by the legislators, and Jane Swift was working for Peter Weber back then, way back. And it gets resolved by the legislature putting money to it and tagging it onto a bill. Got Marty Brunswick and I off the hook, solved the whole thing, end the story. So I don't think this is such a detriment to this town that no town should have that eyesore. And trashing the American Legion. Of all the groups and buildings, the American Legion. I can't believe this. So I wish you would really take this serious. It's not that hard to solve, but you're gonna have to start communicating with the legislators, I would say. And I wouldn't expect the town of Sheffield to pay 5 cents. This is like collateral damage up there. And you shouldn't have to have a elderly building do that kind of damage to the town.
I appreciate your comment.
The American, of all the people that served, and no, they have a lot of political capital. They just haven't used it. They have, I would dare say, more political capital than you do. I've got zip.
Thank you for your input. Any other comments?
I would make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you. I'll second that. All those in favor? Aye. Aye.